Hey everyone, James Kratch here with Keith Sargeant at Windswept High Point Solution Save. It was like 80 degrees for the Scarlet-White Game, 132 to 132 ABA score.
Yep.
But now it's like 60 degrees and very windy and all kinds of stuffs.
Yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore.
We are not.
We will be in Kansas on
in week 3. We will be in Kansas, and that's actually a good place to start. Keith, 15 spring practice in the book, spring game in the book. Is this a bowl team? 2 wins in year 1 under Chris Ash, 4 in year 2. Can they get to 6-6 in year 3?
I think they have. The one thing that leads me to say yes, possible. Well, 2 things. 1, the schedule is the softest it's been in a long time, and 2, they have some playmakers finally. And I really do think that Art will be the guy to start. But that being said, Gio, to his credit, still made some plays out there. He clearly has the trust of the coaching staff. Enough players. He's had 12 games under his belt. I'm not saying it's done. I'm saying that playmakers, Bo Melton, Wormley,
Shamin Jones, Eddie Lewis.
Yeah, they have some playmakers. Finally, I've come away. The last 2 spring camps, I haven't been able to say that in the Chris Ash era.
No, get back to the schedule. I mean, I think a lot of fans say that, but here's the thing: they play 12 games, the Final 4, the Big 4, Penn State, Wisconsin, Michigan.
Very hard to win those.
Very hard. Okay, so they can win 6 out of their first 8. That's great. Well, one of them is Ohio State. So now we're talking about winning 6 out of 7. One of them is Northwestern here, which is a winnable game, but Northwestern's team that was basically, I think, won 10 games last couple of years, a couple times. All right, so that's 6-6. Then Indiana, which everyone knows what happened in Indiana. I wasn't there, thank goodness you were. So I think it's going to be very difficult. I think it's very possible this team is 5-3 after its first 8.
To quote Chris Ash, 1 game at a time. Can we go 1 week at a time?
One game at a time.
Can we? Today's the last day of spring football. I will say that more talent than we've seen. Yeah, I could totally say that this is the most talented roster that he's had.
Definitely.
I asked him right during the press conference. Is this a team that could go to a bowl game? And he did not dismiss the question. So I think that we could be if all the cards broke right, but. Again, you go into these games where those 4 games are really tough.
Brutal.
Almost four guaranteed losses, right? So you have no margin for error. Injuries, all the other stuff that can happen. But it's possible.
And even some of the winnable games. I mean, we joked about Kansas at the start of this video.
Yep.
I mean, Kansas is probably circling that game as bad as they are and saying, hey, we could beat Rutgers. So
no doubt.
I agree with you. I think 6 wins is possible.
Yep.
But it's not as sure as a shot as maybe people think it is. There's little margin for error, but hey, if Art Sikowski, whoever's the quarterback, can throw the ball down the field and hit Bo Melton like they did, eliminate some of the mistakes they made, you never know.
I mean, I just want to get in before I get blown away.
That's true. It's kind of freaky out here. So that's it for us. End of Rutgers spring practices in the books. Much more to come in the slow months on NJ.com as we get ready for August in camp, and we'll see you later.